Hello everyone, this is the Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. Today we'll continue working with the dress for Inga. Have a look at the sketch once again. The design is pretty complicated. Last time we made a pattern for the front. It took us very long to make it. Today we'll be working with the pattern for the back. I'm showing you everything so thoroughly, not for you to make exactly the same dresses, but for you to learn to work with patterns, to be able to sew garments of complicated designs. I want you to understand that some items should be made only by drawing all the needed lines on the mock-up. This is a very useful technique. This is the only way to see how the item will actually fit you. In the first video, Inga tried the mock-up on, and we drew all the needed lines on it. After that, we made a pattern for this dress on the basis of the mock-up. These are the side details, the upper and the lower ones. I remind you that all the details are signed. This detail is situated in between the side detail and the yoke. Here it is. This is the yoke. This is the center front. These 2 points should match in these details. The front is ready. Now we can start working with the back. It will be easier to make a pattern for the back than for the front. I need to move all of these details aside. I don't care about their order, because they are all numerated and signed. The numbers of the details match the numbers in the sketch. The design of the dress is very complicated. It is hard for us to make a pattern even after drawing all the needed lines and details in the mock-up. You can't even imagine how hard it would be to make a pattern for this dress without it. When you're working with a mock-up, you don't need to guess where will the lines be placed. You know it for sure. We could draw a yoke anywhere, but we couldn't be sure that it would fit Inga. This is why we need to learn to work with the mock-ups. Now we can start working with the back. Have a look at the sketch once again. I enumerated the details. The first detail is the yoke. I also need to sign the yoke itself. The 2 side details are the second ones. I'll sign them too. Do not forget that we need to make the pattern 39 cm longer. Notice that the tag is closed. It took me long to decide what to do with it. There will be 3 pleats here. Here they are. First, second, third. They will be 3 cm wide each. I didn't want to hide the tag under the pleats, and I didn't want to move it too far from the center back neither. I decided to ignore it. I think that this is the best thing I can do now. I'll take the dress, Inga will try it on, and only after that we'll decide whether we need to make it or not. Watch what I'm doing. I need to draw a straight line up from the beginning of the last pleat. The skirt will be cut together with the pleats. The skirt basically turns into the pleats. There will be no seam here. Inga wasn't thinking about us when she was choosing this design. This is the detail number 3. I remind you that we need to add 39 cm here. There will be 3 pleats here, so I need to add 9 cm for them. I'm drawing the third detail. It's obvious that the center back shouldn't be absolutely straight. I'll show you what to do with it later. I need to add 9 centimeters for the pleats here. I don't want to make 2 wide pleats. I'll show you what to do. You can see that this edge is not straight. Ignore it. I'm also not going to make this tuck. I need to attach the pattern here and add 39 centimeters to the bottom. The third detail is almost ready. When I finish working with it, I'll show you what to do next. Oh my! I forgot that I need to close this tuck and make a flare here. Cut the tuck to the end. Close it at the top, and then open it at the bottom. By doing so, we'll make the back flared. I added 9 centimeters to the center back in order to make the pleats. I closed the waist tuck and moved it to the flare. I need to make this detail 39 centimeters longer. I need to make beam-like moves to draw the bottom. How could I forget that I flared the front? I'll outline the third detail. This part will be attached to the yoke. I remind you that there will be a fold on the center back. This angle was moved a bit higher due to the fact that I flared the back. I need to sign the center back. There will be 3 pleats on each side of it. Due to these pleats, the back will be flared. I'll sign the detail. Next, I need to draw patterns for the details 1 and 2. First, I need to make the shoulder dart a bit longer. Be very attentive. I'm cutting the yoke. Notice that I'm working just with the lines I drew in the mock-up. The second detail is ready. I can close the shoulder dart and move it here. This is where the shoulder dart is now. I wanted to notice that I added 2.5 centimeters to the shoulders, just like in the front detail. You should close this dart only when the shoulders are made longer. The second detail is ready. I'll outline it. When I close the dart, I'll outline the third detail to the tracing paper. I think that this is the first time I'm showing you how to make a garment of such a complicated design with the use of a mockup. This is how the yoke will look like. There will be a fold on the center back. I remind you that I made both the front and the back shoulders 2.5 centimeters longer. Watch what I'm doing. It's very convenient to work on the basis of a basic pattern. I'll sign that this is the first detail. I'll also sign that this is the center back, and there will be a fold here. You need to do it in order not to make mistakes. The second detail is also ready. I just need to outline it. All the lines should be smooth and beautiful. There are 4 details on the front and 3 details on the back. I remind you that I added 9 centimeters for the pleats at the center back. As I've already said, I'm going to make 3 pleats, 3 centimeters wide each. I'll show you how to make them. In this case, I don't want to make 2 wide pleats. They do look good in some garments, but not in this one. You can make them 5, 6, or even 1 centimeter wide. Use your imagination. There are no universal techniques and designs. Some people like wide pleats, and some tight ones. Some people like baggy clothes, and some close-fitting ones. I try to show you a lot of different techniques and designs, for you to be able to sew anything you want. I think that next time, I'll show you the first fitting on this dress. It would take too long to cut and take it. I showed you how to make a pattern very thoroughly, so I'm sure that you'll manage to do it. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. My name is Irina. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, share videos, press the like and the bell buttons. I really need your support. Thank you. Goodbye.